What's up, guys? It's your boy Beast Mode here with A-symetrix Gaming, and I finally got a support to P5. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be Cheryl. Cheryl's my girl. She's the one that I'm able to, I don't know, feel comfortable with the healing. Um, Sash, I think Sash takes some skill to be a good healer with, because it's not as easy with Cheryl. With Cheryl, you kind of just you can chill back, stun things, and and just drink a Shams or use her ult ability, and she'll heal for a lot. With Sash, you kind of have to be like on top of things a lot more than probably any other support. I feel, if you want to get the max use out of him, but definitely I think Sash is one of the best supports, probably the best support that you could have in a team. I think Cheryl probably does better in the solo queue. I think that's due to the fact that a lot of people don't understand that you got to give Sash uh, the best melee weapon that you can find. You have to, if you guys find a legendary or an epic one, probably just give it to the Sash. He'll get more healing benefits for the full team. Um, I mean, the warrior, it's always hard playing in solo queue when the warrior feels entitled that they need to get the legendary and legendary melee weapon. And I mean, they're not wrong, but the thing is, they're gonna do just enough damage with any other thing. I mean, you can overkill a lot of stuff and with just a regular weapon, but I can't get the same amount of heal with Sash with just a basic weapon, if that makes any sense. Um, a warrior can overkill, but I can't overheal. Um, I think the more value comes out of having the best weapon on the support Ash. Um, I think I actually learned this from Big Wet, because he's the one who, back in the day, none of us actually liked support Ash. We always thought he was the worst one, and Big Wet is the one who kept telling me, make sure that support Ash gets the legendary weapon when we did like teams and stuff. Um, and I didn't understand it at the time, because I didn't really play support until later on. I got into the support role and started seeing um, how you could support the team with Sash, and how much healing he actually gives when he has like a legendary and epic melee weapon. Alright, but enough rambling. So let's get into the build here. So I'm gonna give like two builds. I'm gonna give one build where the one that I've been running, and then another build that I think could work, just for more balance, I guess. But we'll go for the one that I've been using right now. So we'll go with the 4 Shems Plus. You have to heal for the 30% of everything, of all the rest of the characters' health is very important. If you only have this at one point, you're gonna heal for very little, and then you're not doing your job as a support. I think every support needs to have 30%. There's no way you don't have 4. You need to heal for as much as possible. Maybe Cheryl can possibly get away with running less than the 4, because she just heals extra. But regardless, I don't see why you would want to not heal for maximum when you're a support. Next, we'll start the point off here. R4 Dodger. Supports get the 3 dodges, but we're gonna need that for the skill tree that we're gonna go to. Next, we got the 1 point here and 1 point here, because we're gonna go down this route. I don't like this one because I don't like to play as I'm gonna be getting revives, but I mean, in case I do, it's pretty good. Healing up for, to me, it feels like almost more than half health when I get a revive, if I get the revive, because normally supports aren't always the ones to get the revive. It's usually maybe like a Henry or maybe a Brock now. You want to be able to carry as much Shems as possible. Then you go for the packing pop. This is useless because you always find enough Shems. Your team finds enough Shems. And yeah, if I didn't have to get it here, put this point here, I wouldn't. But I'm only doing it because I want to have the industrial strength. Being a support, you get the 5 pink Fs on health, and I think that it's necessary, because either way you're the one that's always going to be drinking the Shems, so you're always going to be healing 50% of your health. So, and on top of that, you're going to be doing your passive healing with your heavy melee. So I think it's pretty good that you have this. You're always going to have a lot of health. And going to the next skill tree here, my last 2 points that I got from Prestige 30 were putting the deep pockets and amulets. And I'm only putting it there because there are times where I feel like I do have to be able to carry a lot more stuff. I find a lot of amulets, and sometimes they just stay there, when I could bring more with me and give them to the warrior, or even use them myself. But I do find a lot of amulets, and usually it's okay. It's okay not having this, which is why I'm saying that there's another route that I could take if I didn't want to do this, but it's going to be at the cost of something else that we're going to get into. Next, we got the 1 point in seeing stars. Actually, this is 3 points. We're doing 3 points in the seeing stars and 1 point in stopping power, because you're going to get here for the last word. And this is one of the things that you'd have to give up if you weren't going this route for the amulets. But I find it to be the last word. It's pretty decent. It's it's okay that you might have the chance of getting that 50% extra damage to get that 25% alternative healing effect. So this 25% and then the extra 50% could be a ton load of healing. It could be it's a really good chance of getting that big blow of healing. So that's why I have that on. It's what I've been playing with pretty much since the beginning as I started playing Support Ash. Next, we want the 3 points in Tougher Than Hell, and then we're going to put the 4 points in the Devastating Force. And the reason is, again, because you have the alternative healing. You have the Tougher Than Hell because Support Ash is one of the supports that's just going to be in combat a lot of the times. You want the Devastating Force because you want to increase the damage that he does, so he can get the more healing with the alternative healing. And I think that's why you kind of need the more health and then the Tougher Than Hell, because you're going to be in battle a lot of the times, and you need to stay alive. You need to be able to tank things. I think I mentioned with Sheriff, I done a video, I don't remember, that a lot of times you don't want to drink and just waste a Shemp on just one teammate, right? That keeps losing health. You want to be able to get more value out of your Shemp. So normally I'll go in and start tanking some damage, and of course, since he has that ability of doing heavies, I'll start trying to do the heavies in the battle, trying to heal myself a little bit. And then normally it's not that much healing, but I'll get to the point where I can finally get some value out of the Shemp, at least, instead of just wasting it on one of the teammates that is just Shemp wasting. I can at least heal myself as well, so then you get more value out of it. And that's the way that I think all supports should play. Like, don't heal the one that's just Shemp draining all the time. I know it happens a lot with warriors that just think they're invincible and just start tanking, but sometimes it's good to just step back. If your health is low, just take a step back, try to kill some non-possessed units, do some finisher moves to try and stall for some time, and let the other team start getting in the possessed phase. You also have some hunters, sometimes they can't dodge, or sometimes they're dodging into other. Sometimes it's too hectic to dodge anything, so you'll get your maybe your hunter will be low health, and then you might want to wait off on healing them because they're going to be also Shemp draining, and you don't want that. You want to be marking your targets. Reason I don't go for this is because we're not, and this is why with Wig Splitter, we're not really killing things with headshots. I think that maybe that there might be a misconception that you have to be getting the headshots and killing because you're going to be doing this, but you don't really have to kill anything. I think that the best part about this is that you kind of don't, you just have to mark them. So normally I use the pistol or the submachine guns just because it's faster. If I can't find those, then I go for the, what is it, that other rifle, or the revolver. I'll use one of those guns, just they'll be a little bit faster. But I think the pistol's the fastest on reload, and quicker if you miss, because sometimes some of these possessed units and just maybe the regular AI, their head movements are just kind of nuts sometimes. Like you can't just hit it sometimes. And normally it's like the hunter can do it because he's actually going for the kill. But if I'm waiting there, I'm waiting there to try and get the headshot and get the perfect headshot. I'm not actually progressing anything because I'm not going to kill it and I'm not doing my heavies. So normally what I like to do is mark the target with the possessed and then start going on my melee, so at least I know that the target is marked for the hunter to deal more damage and heal themselves, while also doing your heavy melee attacks and healing the rest of the team. So that's normally how I would play. It's not usually to kill things. You just want to make sure to mark them so they can do the damage. Um, Always got to stay on top of people's fear, especially the hunters. Hunters don't really go up that much because they have the fear no evil. But if they do, you got to stay on top of that. Normally, warriors are the ones that get feared the easiest. But again, that's why you have the pistol. Try to depossess them. Pistol helps a lot with depossessions. It's very good. Um, Let's see, and the other route that I would take also if I wasn't running this, which I've been considering, but I just haven't taken it up because this is how I reached P5, is I would do this. Let me see. I'll do that. And let's see. I think it was this one. Let's see. I think it's something like this. Yeah. So I was thinking maybe going this route just because, like I spoke with Cheryl, fast forward, you take away like 30 seconds of your time. So that's as always, like I said, that's like 30 seconds of damage you're not taking. So you're also using you're using what your support is supposed to do. Prevent the damage by 30 seconds. That's resources saved. That's just shem saved, ammo saved, health saved, shield saved. That's a lot of saving if you have fast forward. So that's one route. The second route that I would probably use if you're not too big on the chance of getting this one, which I don't think this is bad actually. They can both be pretty good. Sometimes I feel like you don't always get that fourth one just because you get interrupted, but then there's sometimes as well when there's a possessed that's stunned and you do have a chance to swing the 3 times really fast, and then that last one go for that big heavy, get a chunk of health in. But yeah, this is gonna be my P5. I think weapons, I didn't really go over that, but weapons, prioritize the axe. A friend of mine told me to prioritize the axe, and ever since then it was just been true. It's just the faster, has the almost no stun ability for it. You won't be like blocked when you're like doing the swing, and you'll heal for a lot. So I think the axe, if you can get the axe, it sucks sometimes because you got to fight off like Scotty's taking the axe, and it's kind of like hard to justify like why are you taking it, I mean, I could see like how they're thinking like, man, I'm a Scotty, I'm a warrior, I should be taking this weapon, and I get it, but they're not seeing like the how much the support Ash can benefit the whole team by having it as well. Um, just like any legendary, warriors will understand that you have to justify what the Sash having the legendary. Like, why does the support have it? Because he actually does a lot of healing if you give them the legendary, um, especially a legendary axe or even a sledgehammer. That's the second weapon I like to use, a sledgehammer. Um, I usually try to find those two weapons, sledgehammer or the axe. If I can find them, then just stick with whatever else I can get, like the bat, I guess, pipe. Um, but I think those weapons are pretty bad. I don't use any of those weapons just because I don't think the healing is that great, and they're very slow for what they do. Um, and like I said, for the firearms, use the pistol, submachine gun. Um, any of the handguns you want to use. I usually stay away from the special or long gun ammo because I save that for the hunter. Unless there is no hunter, then I will use those. But normally I use the handgun ammo to make sure to mark them targets. It's just faster. It's faster with the pistol. Your life is easier. You're not really trying to kill anything with headshots with this guy. You want to make sure to mark it. It's just, I think it just takes a lot of skill to be able to play it, and I think definitely that he works best in a team because then you can communicate to your team what you're trying to do and what support Ash is. And solo queue, I think just Cheryl will be better because you don't have to worry about anything. You're just stunning things. And sometimes, you know, when you're playing solo with Sash, you're marking targets, and I mean they're not really getting it. That the hunter's not really getting that you shoot the target if it's marked. Sometimes they won't get it, and you know, it's just he's just built for, I think, team play. I think this is, I guess it's the better way to say it. I guess he's a Sash is built for a um, team comp and not for a solo queue. And with that, I'll end it, and I'll make a P5 Ruby build. I actually forgot that I didn't end up making a P5 build. I only made it I think P2, but my next video will be a P5 Ruby. But until next time, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. Let me know what you think. Peace.